Well, as someone who's been involved in training clinicians around adoption and foster care issues for a long time, it's probably 25 to 30 years now. One of the things that I've come to learn is that most clinicians don't know what they don't know. They get good training, typically. They may well be excellent clinicians, but the complexities that adoptive families face are not taught in graduate school. Adoption is not a topic that typically is part of a clinical curriculum, even in social work. A little bit here and there, but the complexities, no. So one of the things that is important for them to realize is the sheer nature of what adoption is, the process involved, the complexities that these families face in becoming parents, what the child has been through as they have been moved either voluntarily or not from the biological family into sometimes foster families and another foster family and then another foster family and finally end up into an adoptive home, or what it's like for a child who grows up for the first year or so in an orphanage where they experience congregate care but not really one-on-one parent-child care, and then enter their adoptive family. So there's so much in the dynamics of adoption that are critical, that's critical for clinicians to know about, that they simply don't have training in. There's no question in my mind that clinicians, if they want to be adoption competent clinicians, need to have specialized training. There's a body of knowledge that needs to be integrated together for them to be able to approach these families in not only clinically effective ways, but sensitive ways, understanding what these families have gone through, understand what the children have gone through. I think parents very often are aware when they're working with someone who's adoption competent. They sense the empathy of the clinician with regard to what they've gone through. The children sense an empathy for what they've gone through. There has been a lot of families that I've worked with over the years that have come to me after working with other clinicians who they've been very dissatisfied with. Sometimes they've been given information that they feel has been simply wrong, sometimes insulting. Sometimes the clinicians have gone so far as to say, well, why don't you return the child to the agency? A comment that doesn't represent knowledge of the adoption process.